Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 18,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Try and hit that by the end of January. We are almost there, less than 150 subscribers away, so hoping to hit that in the next few days. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. Number 10 is going to be Dikembe Mutombo, and I like this Dikembe card. I do. I just think he's a teensy bit small. I don't love his not small. He's teensy bit slow. I don't love his release. He's not the greatest perimeter defender, but interior defense-wise, absolutely phenomenal. Not a playmaker whatsoever, obviously, and he's not super duper fast, but I do like the card. He can stretch the floor pretty well. He's a very good dunker. I like Dikembe. I think he's a really, really good defender. I just don't love the slight lack of speed, I guess. I think shooting-wise, he's solid, but I don't love the release, and he dunks the ball really, really well. So I am a fan of Dikembe. I think he's a very, very good card in my team, but I just think number 10 is probably a pretty fair spot for him, realistically. Yeah, so I would put him at number 10. Number 9 is going to be, I can't read my own handwriting, Greg Oden. There we go. That's who it is. Greg Oden is actually, like, this card slept on. I haven't seen anybody talk about this card in a while, honestly. And I'm not totally sure why, because I think he's, like, actually pretty good. 86 speed, a legit 7-footer with a very, very big player build. And, like, yeah, I think he's a really, really good card who is very, very good dunker. He's a 95 standing dunk, great finishing bad, is really good defender as well. Has a little bit of perimeter defense with bronze clamps. I understand he's not quite the shooter of a Dikembe, at least ratings-wise, but I think his release is about the same, honestly. They're going to be similar as shooters, honestly. They're only going to shoot when they're wide open, and they should be pretty consistent when they are wide open, but that's about it. But he's just a faster version of a Dikembe, I feel like, and I do think, even though people don't talk about this card, I think he is very, very good. So yeah, I like the card. And I would say number 8 is going to be Patrick Ewing. I like this Ewing card a lot. I think he's really, really good. I don't love his release at all, but everything else with the card is very good. Now, his release does suck, but 88 speed, 83 ball, that's not terrible. He's got very good dunking ability, super versatile defender. I really like the interior ability, but I also like the fact that he's got that 88 speed, that he's as good of a finisher as he is with half bulldozer, post bend, rise up, that type of stuff. Half anchor, removal, enforcer, pogo stick, post lockdown. He's just a versatile big who can defend really well and dunk the ball very well, but also has that great speed ability. If you put a ball handle shoe and have Coach D'Antoni on him, he can also time and burst, so that's a positive. The only thing is, again, I don't love the release. It holds the card back. It's on slow, and it's not a good release anyway, so that is something to keep in mind. But overall, I like the card. And I think number 8 is a very fair spot to put him. Roy Hibbert is who I have at number 7. Roy Hibbert kind of has the same problem as Dikembe Mutombo. He's just a much better version of a Dikembe Mutombo, but he's 81 speed, so he's a little quicker than Mutombo. Kind of like Mutombo, not the best shooter. I mean, all these guys are the same, really, as shooters. I know the stats and badges aren't quite the same between them, but they're all basically the same. You're only shooting with them when they're wide open. None of them have good releases. But Hibbert can get every badge, which is nice. So you can add some bailout, as well as maybe a catch and shoot and a couple other shooting badges, potentially pick dodge or whatever you want to put, fast twitch. He's got 81 speed, which isn't bad. He's an amazing defender and a really, really good dunker. Really versatile, has silver clamps as well, which does help him out. And he's just can guard on the perimeter at high level. This card is really good defensively. He's a great dunker. He's a great rebounder. He's 7'2" with a massive player build. I understand his release is not good and he's not the best shooter in the world, but none of these 4 guys are. I think he's the best of the group. And so I put him at number 7. Now, number 6, you see a little bit of a step up in animations. That's just because Miles Turner has a much better release than any of those 4 guys. And that's really the main reason he's ahead of them, because stat and badge-wise, he's probably not quite as good as any of these 4 guys, realistically. But his release is way better than them, so he's a much more competent shooter. So I like him a lot more as a pick-and-pop guy. 90 standing dunk, 85 driving dunk, still a very good athlete, even without Hoff finishing badges. And he does have Hall of Fame anchor, removable enforcer, and post lockdown. 3 very important defensive badges. Really good defensive card at the center position. But most importantly, I like his release way, way better than any of these 4 guys, and that is very important to me personally. If center's release isn't as important to you, I can understand why you might have Miles Turner below these guys. For me, I have him higher than them. It's just my opinion. Number 5, Hakeem Olajuwon. I, again, like Hakeem a lot as a card. His release is probably, again, my biggest complaint about him, in addition just to the fact that he can't put the ball on the floor. But to be fair, most of these centers aren't going to be dribbling it very much. And that's okay. 7 foot, 7'3" wingspan, 87 speed. He's got very good speed. He can get every single badge, which is huge. And I don't hate the release. I just don't love it. 74 3-ball means even with like a coach and a shoe, that's at best, it's going to be 82. So not crazy high 3-ball. But defensively, he is very good. good. He's very versatile. He can guard at the perimeter high level. He's a really good rebounder. His release is solid as well. Like, his release is not terrible. It's better and more improved this year than it's been the last couple of years. I don't hate the jump shot. So overall, I really like Hakeem. I think he's a very good card. I just wish his release was maybe a teeny bit better. And I also, it'd be nice if he could put the ball on the floor a little bit better than he can, because I think he actually was one of the first, like, pretty great playmaking centers, not to mention his footwork being as insane as it is. And it's hard to replicate that in 2K, but I do think that Hakeem, very, very solid card still, deserving a top 5 spot. Number 4, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Pink Diamond. Diamond, it doesn't matter. They're basically the same card. They do slightly different things. The Pink Diamond has slightly better base stats and badges. The Diamond can get every single badge, whereas the Pink Diamond can't. Either way, they're both great. Whichever one you have, still a very usable, very elite card. 7 foot, 7'4" wingspan, 16 Hall of Fame badges with the with Hoff, Bulldozer, Fast Twitch, Acrobat, Precision Dunker, Posterizer, Blow By, Anchor, Movable Enforcer, Interceptor, Rebound Chaser, and Post Lockdown. Defensively, he's awesome. 95 speed, 93 excel, and an elite level driving dunk slasher as well. Now, the shooting is not great. 67 3 ball, pretty mediocre release. That's not awesome. So you can add catch and shoot, Claymore, whatever, to add a couple stuff there if you want. But overall, I just think Giannis is hurt for sure by his inability to shoot the ball. It really holds him back from being a top 2 option at power forward and center for me. While I still think he's a really good card and very solid at both, I don't actually personally use Giannis in my lineup anymore because I don't love his inability to shoot the ball. So as much as I like Giannis as a card, he doesn't quite crack my top 3. My top 3 is pretty set in stone, though. I'll be honest right now. David Robinson at that number 3 spot is really, really good. 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, 87 speed, 85 3 ball, solid dunker, Hoff, Bulldozer, and Posterizer, as well as post spin, anchor, brick wall, movable enforcer, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser, and post fade phenom, gold catch and shoot, Claymore, corner specialist. And I mean, he's got good perimeter defensive abilities as well, has clamps, versatile defender, like I said, very good speed, can put the ball on the floor a little bit with a 79 ball handle, meaning with a ball handle shoe and coach like D'Antoni, he can burst. So overall, really, really good card. And I like D-Rob a lot. I think he's a great card. I love his release. I still think he's a very, very good center option in my team. Now, Joel Embiid is who I have at number 2. I really like this Embiid card, and I think the fact that he's free is awesome. I think you could 100% make the argument that he's the best center in the game. He's super complete. He has a lot of great stats and badges. Really, the only thing he doesn't have is playmaking ability. And, I mean, his playmaking badges aren't terrible, but he needs bailout added. Probably want to upgrade the break starter. He doesn't have a high enough ball handle to burst or anything. Still, defensively, he's great on the interior. Has Hoff, anchor, brick wall, movable enforcer, post lockdown, rebound chaser, all that stuff. Silver, clamps, glove, off ball, pest, gold interceptor, pogo stick, right stick ripper, workhorse. Has Hoff, catch, corner specialist, bulldozer, master, posterizer, precision dunker, whistle, rise up. Basically everything you could ask for on a center outside of, I guess, playmaking. Good speed, very good shooter, dunks the ball great, defends incredibly well and incredibly versatilely. He is the most complete stat and badge-wise center in the game for sure. Really, really like this card, but I don't love his release, and he certainly doesn't dribble the ball well. So there are a couple of things to complain about, I guess. But as a whole, Embiid is certainly the best arguable center in the game, at least. I would actually give the best spot still to Wemby, though, just because he's 7'4" and can stretch the floor as well as he can, plus put the ball on the floor. Like, I just think he's so good, despite, I guess, the lack of strength, because he does only have 70 strength, 79 speed. Like, that's not amazing, but I will say, with a shoe and a coach like D'Antoni, he can burst. In addition to Hoff, catch and shoot, corner specialist, green machine, anchor, chase down, interceptor, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser, posterizer, precision dunker, rise up, scooper. Like, he's pretty complete in terms of his Hall of Fame badges. Has gold immovable enforcer, at least has bronze brick wall, but I wish that was higher. That's my biggest complaint, probably, is the bronze brick wall in addition to the low strength. He gets wormed sometimes, gets out rebounded, gets mashed occasionally, drop stepped occasionally. It could be annoying, but his size is so valuable. His shooting is elite. His finishing is awesome, and he's just an amazing, versatile, elite card at the center spot. Can do so many things so well at that spot that, to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. I do believe he is still my favorite center in the game, despite his flaws. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.